This video is probably going to be taken down, but fuck it. I just need to get this off my chest. There's a chance that I might be going crazy. I'm lucky that I'm not going crazy alone. There's a lot of us. But COVID mania is not making sense. It hasn't made sense from the beginning, and it just seems to keep getting worse and worse. I've made some videos about my beliefs around the coronavirus, big pharmaceuticals and their agenda to profit off people, the money that's made by managing certain viruses and not curing them, etc., etc. I'm making today's video because South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has gone on platforms to bash the biggest countries in the world for making a decision to ban flights to and from South Africa, saying that those decisions are not rooted in science and they are the wrong decisions. And he's gotten support from other people around the world. My brain is making me think, who is Cyril Ramaphosa? Who is he and his team that have the audacity to question the biggest nations in the world, that have the biggest, smartest scientists, that have the greatest advisors on planet Earth? Who is he to question them question them, and on what basis? How dare he tell these nations that they are wrong, that they are mistaken for banning flights? Additionally, if Cyril can go on platforms and say that other nations are wrong in the decisions they've taken to ban flights to and from South Africa, is there a chance that those same nations were wrong to lock down their nations and to be pushing the COVID vaccine? With that being said, if Cyril and his team believe that the big nations and their big scientists and their big advisors can make mistakes to protect the South African economy, is there a chance that Cyril and his people are making mistakes in shutting down parts of the country, allowing certain companies to force vaccinations, and even looking into forcing vaccinations themselves? You guys need to understand, big pharmaceuticals like Pfizer, like Johnson & Johnson, and others, they make a lot of money. This year, I think they broke records in the money that they've made for shareholders. In making money, they create jobs. In creating jobs and making money, they pay a lot of tax to governments. They also fund the campaigns of a lot of politicians. And then there's all this other side businesses, logistics, marketing, packaging, all these other businesses that benefit from pushing the COVID vaccine and shoving it down people's throats. So it's in a political leader's interests to make sure that people vaccinate. You're going to create jobs, you're going to get more tax, you're going to get political funding, and more than anything, you get to control your nation and you get to consolidate power. COVID vaccine. Then you've got highly educated, what I thought were intelligent people, saying ridiculous shit like, you got immunized and vaccinated as a kid. Why can't you trust the same people now? Well, number one, I was a kid and I didn't have a choice, and my parents didn't know much. I've read up on the science. I understand how some of these things work because I've read up on it. The same science that you guys have been shoving down our throats our whole lives. The vaccines that we were injected with when we were kids were tested over decades, if not centuries. It wasn't for a novel virus that is found 2 years ago and all of a sudden in a matter of months now has a vaccine. And not a vaccine because vaccines take years to approve. Trial medication. Trial medication is being forced down people's throats so that they can see if it works or not, and then keep adjusting, as they're going to do now with the Delta variant and Omicron and all these new variants that keep coming out that are going to keep needing new and improved vaccines. And people are going to keep needing new shots and boosters and whatever the fuck they're going to be shoving down our throats. My other understanding around the vaccine is that a vaccine exposed your body to a virus in a small dose so that your body could then fight it and then realize, oh, this is what this virus is. I now know that if it comes again, I know how to fight it. My soldiers are now aware. Same science that we were all taught. With COVID, those of us that have contracted it and recovered within 10 days with no medication, that didn't have symptoms, that were fine, all of a sudden that's not good enough. Natural immunity is not good enough. The fact that I contracted it and beat it doesn't mean my body knows how to fight it. I need to get jabbed. Okay? So if I get jabbed, it means I won't get it anymore. No, not really. It lowers the impact. Then what the fuck is the point? And if I've recovered from it, probably not once, maybe 5 times, why do you not trust my body and my immune system to be able to fight it as it has? There's a huge agenda at play. It's clear. It's very clear to a lot of us. Unfortunately, it's been proven that governments are stronger than the masses. The media is paid. Celebrities, influencers are paid. Doctors who have always been puppets. And I saw some doctors get touched when I said this. A doctor is taught in med school via textbooks and lecturers. You don't come up with your own theories and science and biology as a doctor. You're taught. The people that teach you are paid, and they funded by the World Health Organization, which is funded and paid by nations and by big pharmaceuticals. So when you're a doctor, you're not operating independently. You're operating based on what you've been taught and what you've been told to do. No doctor knows what COVID is. They were taught. No doctor knows how to cure COVID. They were told what prescription to give. That makes you a fucking puppet. That means you're not an independent thinker. Any doctor that goes against what is being proposed by their health departments, by the World Health Organization, by governments, is going to lose their license to practice. It's not rocket science. So it's either everyone is in on this fucking scam, or human beings are dumber than I actually thought. Highly educated, supposedly intelligent people are dumber than I thought. Or there's a chance that I might be going mad, that I might be going crazy, and I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I've lost all sense of logic and common sense. Cyril is telling the biggest nations with their scientists and advisors that they are wrong about this thing that suits his agenda and his economy. But he won't say that there's a chance that they're wrong about everything else. And the rest of us are not allowed to say that Cyril and his people and the rest of the world are wrong about what they're saying. None of us who are anti-vaccine want people to die. None of us want people to be sick. That is the fucking dumbest logic. We want people to be healthy and safe. And when we speak up against some of these things, we're not making money from it. We're not selling a counter anti-vax. We're not. We're actually worried about people's health. And we're worried about these pharmaceuticals and these governments who are making billions of dollars from this thing that they claim is killing you. That's making you sick. And it's not making sense. I believe that people must eat well, eat healthy, eat fruits and vegetables, exercise, drink water. Keep distance from people that are sick. Take care of yourself because we love you. But we will not be played by bogus leaders and their agendas to control society and to make money off bullshit medication. Penuel the Black Pen.